WWE talent are reportedly frustrated with a new policy change. Also, in WWE announcement and AEW announcement, we're going to talk about it all right here on the Ango Show. All right, y'all, I want to kick things off with some very interesting news. That's right, the AEW Continental Classic has been revealed. All the participants have been revealed, and I'm super excited about it. If you guys know anything about my feelings towards the Continental Classic, this is something I actually thoroughly enjoy from AEW, and I'm hoping this time around it's even better because I thought the first one was so great. But just listen to the list of people in this tournament because this is absolutely stacked. In the Gold League, we have Will Ospreay, Juice Robinson, Brody King, Ricochet, and Claudio Castagnoli, as well as Darby Allin. Now that right there is already a very stacked list. Obviously, Ricochet being part of the Continental Classic just simply makes a lot of sense, and it's very exciting to see that they've included him in there. Obviously, with Ricochet, I feel like his move to AEW has kind of been like a lateral move, and I think everybody kind of expected the same. But in terms of a tournament where people can just go out there and wrestle and have the best wrestling matches, this is already a very exciting tournament to begin with. And that's just the Gold League. We haven't even got to the Blue League. So I already really like those names that are listed in the Blue League. But this is where it gets even more stacked. This is really cool. In the Blue League, we have the Continental Champion, Kazuchika Okada. We have Kyle Fletcher. We have the TNT Champion, Daniel Garcia. The Beast Mordos, Mark Briscoe, and last but not least, Shelton Benjamin. Which, by the way, Shelton Benjamin being in this tournament absolutely kicks ass, and I'm super excited about that. Now, who do I think should win the Continental Classic? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm putting it here first on record. Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher defeated Will Ospreay clean at AEW Full Gear. And as you guys know, one of the biggest criticisms I've ever had about AEW since the very beginning is that at times they don't know when to pull the trigger and they don't know how to keep momentum for certain wrestlers. This is where that could all change. If Kyle Fletcher were to win the Continental Classic and become the Continental Champion, we would be creating a brand new star in AEW. And mind you, Will Ospreay is one of their top guys. So if we get Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher in the finals, and Kyle Fletcher were to beat him again, you are literally creating another top star. It's one thing to beat Will Ospreay once, right? It's another to beat him for the Continental Classic tournament. So we're talking about creating stars. We're talking about momentum. People like this guy. He's going to be a great heel in the company. He's changed the look. He's reimagined, and I want him to win it all. All right, guys, WWE has announced that they are doing a New Day special episode to honor the faction. This is really cool. WWE is doing this. It's been revealed. And Advanced Television has reported that the December 2nd episode will be a tribute episode to the New Day. PWInsider.com first reported that WWE filmed a lot of content with the trio at their headquarters several weeks ago. The report noted that the material included the three stars celebrating and tossing ice cream to WWE staffers assembled in different areas of the main HQ area. And now there's obviously more details. WWE is going to be doing so much with these guys. Obviously, we are in the midst of a major storyline between Kofi and Xavier Woods, which tells me if you guys are excited about a potential heel turn or whatever may be happening, that's probably the day that we're going to get it. The New Day is one of the biggest factions of all time. They're one of the more successful ones. Merchandise sales have always been great. Great babyface act. I love the New Day. I love what they're doing right now, teasing the split between Xavier and Kofi. Big E coming back into the mix. Is he cleared? And I think that's a really interesting question that we got to ask, right? Because if Big E is cleared, maybe Big E saves the group from breaking up. Maybe he saves them from doing a heel turn, and maybe we see them in trios action on that episode of Raw. Listen, Big E is a very integral part of the New Day, and Big E is a fan favorite, and for a long time it seemed like his career could be over. Is his career actually over? This could be a very big shock to everyone, but if Big E shows up and he saves the group from turning heel, that's massive. Obviously, WWE has been building up to this, which is why this announcement is really cool. But I want to tell you guys one more thing. What if Big E does return? And what if Big E turns heel with the group? How would you guys feel about that? That's a genuine question. I think that's a legitimate question too, because Big E and the New Day were supposed to be heels initially, but it just didn't work out. But once they turned into this massive babyface group, I mean, there was no looking back. And I don't know if WWE wants to change it up a little bit, but I think it could be a really fun switch up if Big E were to come in there and they all turned heel as a group together. And I think that could be really good entertainment. I think that could be really good TV. And WWE can benefit from having Big E as a heel on Raw. I don't know if this is just wishful thinking on my part. It probably is. But obviously, I'm very excited to see what they do here. And I can't wait to see what happens next. And that brings us to our final topic of today's video. But first, just a quick reminder, guys, you can get Ango merch. Use the code WINTER for 15% off. Holiday spirit. You know, if you guys want to support the channel, that's a great way to help out. Hey, Triple H and the WWE have a new policy change, and it looks like there are talent that are not happy with it. Fightful Select has reported that the comped tickets now has a limit, and it has hit a new high in recent weeks. Several talents have expressed frustration that comps are no longer available in many cases. Instead, they are getting a pre-sale link that their friends and family can utilize to get tickets before general on-sale ticket sales. It's unclear whether all talent across the board have been given this treatment, but a number of talent have indicated that it affects them. A higher up in WWE stated that it was due to WWE's success and that the company had even used fewer seat fillers than in previous years because the company is a hot ticket. When asking for comps, talent typically send in a request, and if granted, a talent is informed. A notification was sent via email to whoever got the tickets. A talent they spoke with had an issue with the change as no written information or update was provided to talent on the change. Instead, they were told by talent relations with one star stating that they had comp tickets approved months before, only for them to be asked the week of the show to pay for the tickets. Wow. I honestly understand the frustration. I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. Comp tickets is a very normal thing in showbiz, whether it's sports, wrestling. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I've received comp tickets to events before, and it's always a really nice gesture. It's always appreciated. It's always nice when that happens. And I can imagine if you are a WWE superstar and you're asking for comp tickets and literally nobody is going to give them to you, and then you got to pay for the tickets. I think that's kind of a shame. You know what I mean? These guys, yes, they do make a lot of money, and yes, they are successful in WWE. But this is just a weird change for the WWE, and I don't understand why they would do that. At the end of the day, I think WWE is still selling a lot of tickets, and, you know, obviously having comped tickets, it's just like a nice little thing to reward your talent with, you know, by having your friends and family there. I don't know. I just think it's so ridiculous for WWE to change it. Even if ticket sales are really, really good, I don't see how this really impacts anything much more than that. So I totally understand the frustration. I'd probably be frustrated too, and it's unfortunate. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think down below.